Hello and welcome to Recap Master. I'm your host, and I'm excited to share this recap with you. At the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to a girl named Baili. She says that because she was always busy with her work, she didn't have any time to spend with her daughter. Now, she intends to make amends for her past mistakes. The scene shifts, revealing a surreal vision. The voices of many people can be heard, but their significance remains unclear. We then transition to Heidi and her colleague. They work for a company called Wonderland, and there is a screen in front of them in which they can see Baili at an airport at this time. At the airport, a passenger comes and sits next to her who makes her talk a lot. After hearing her flight announcement, she left from here. After a while, we were shown Baili in a desert where she came to work. She was an archaeologist. She reaches here and calls her mom, who also had Baili's daughter. Baili's daughter looked upset with her, because Baili left her without telling her and went away from her for so many days. Now the scene cuts and we are shown an astronaut in a new scene. He calls a girl named Jiangin on the ground with his satellite. She was his girlfriend. He loved her a lot and took care of her a lot. He even woke her up while sitting so far away, taking care of her medicine and every little thing. He reminded her of these things. Not only this boy, but Jiangin also loves him a lot. She is an air hostess. In this way, she met many people who proposed to her, but she did not accept anyone's proposal. She has been waiting for her boyfriend to come back to Earth for years. The scene changes and we see that astronaut in the hospital. We found out that due to an accident, this astronaut had gone into a coma. The biggest revelation here is that Jiangin, with whom she has been speaking, is not actually her real fiancé. He is an AI version of her fiancé. So now the twist in the story is that there is a company called Wonderland in this movie, and we have already met its employee Heidi and her companion. Both of them make AI versions of those people who are either dead or in a coma, so that their family can feel better to talk to them. They talk to the AI variants on video call as if they are alive, and many people don't even know this. Jiangin, who missed her boyfriend a lot, could not bear the pain of going him into coma. She could not live without him, so she made her boyfriend's AI variant from Heidi. This AI variant is relatable in habits with the real person because before making the AI variant, most people themselves get this AI variant so that it becomes exactly like him, but because the astronaut had gone into coma, so Jiangin made his profile. In the movie, whenever he talked to the astronaut's AI variant, he was seen on the satellite. Anyway, in Wonderland, we see Heidi and her colleague designing a new character. The order to make it was given by her grandmother. After making this character, they also give the old lady a demo of this character. In the demo, this AI character was talking to the old lady as if he was her grandson. Seeing this, she cried. Here, Heidi tells the old lady that you can buy anything you want for your loved ones in Wonderland, like clothes, cars and other things. Hearing this, Grandma also bought some clothes for this new AI character. After getting free from here, Heidi and her colleague went for lunch. We saw that Heidi got a call from her parents who were always worried about her, because Heidi had not decided to get married yet. Heidi was fed up with her parents' daily talks. It also affected her work, so Heidi's colleague decided to pretend to be her boyfriend. After it, we are shown these four having dinner together. But this time, Heidi's parents were on video call. The scene cuts and we are shown Jiangin, who got the good news from the hospital that her boyfriend had come to his senses. He has come out of a coma. When he came to his senses, Jiangin becomes happy. Now she didn't even need her boyfriend's AI variant, so she also turns off his AI variant. Jiangin takes him to her house and her boyfriend gradually recovers very well. He was now coming back to his old routine. Here on the other side, Heidi meets that old lady who made AI variant of her grandson. Her grandma was now doing two jobs, because her grandson's AI variant was asking a lot from her. Heidi thought that maybe there is some issue in her system, but then her grandma told her that her real grandson was also spoiled like this. That's why his AI variant also demands the same from her. The scenes shift from here to Baili, who was talking to her mom at this time. She asks her mom, "Do you want this scarf?" But her mom disconnected the call while saying, "I don't want anything from you," as if she is angry with her. After this, we are shown that Baili's mom was terminating the service of Wonderland. Such a big truth was revealed that, in the beginning of the story, Baili whom we saw and Baili with whom her daughter and her mom used to talk, was also just Baili's AI variant because in reality, Baili was already dead. Here a truth is revealed to us that the confession we heard at the beginning of the movie was Baili's. Baili herself took this subscription to Wonderland, so that even after her death, She does not let her daughter feel the absence of her mother. Now the scenes shift to the virtual world of Wonderland where Baili is being shown. Behind Baili is the same person who we saw with her at the airport. Here this virtual system Baili shares her problem with that boy. That her mom has not been receiving her calls for the past few days. She says to the boy, "I think this is not true." During their conversation, someone here calls the boy sitting in front of Baili and the boy leaves from here. We see that Heidi actually called the boy in the real world. This is how we learned that this boy was still alive, and Wonderland even made AI variants of alive humans. This boy had his AI variant so that he could go inside Wonderland because he loved Baili very much. He wanted to live with her, and this was the only way he had to live with Baili that was made possible by going to Wonderland. Here on the other hand, Jiangin felt that, after returning from the coma, her boyfriend has started behaving very strangely. He doesn't take care of her like before. Now he has started partying and has become very distant from her. He had become used to his AI variant boyfriend, who used to wake her up, remind her of medicine and take care of her. Getting tired of all this, she also activates his AI variant again. On the other hand, Baili's call was picked up by her daughter. Baili talks to her daughter and tells her that she is coming home after a few days. Hearing this, her grandmother came here immediately and took the phone from her hand and cut Baili's phone. She didn't want her daughter to live in a false hope. She knew that Baili could never come back here. That's why she decided to take her daughter to her village, so that she can get busy with her cousins and make it easier for her to forget her mom. Baili had heard this in the virtual world, and as she heard this, her virtual world caught fire. The scene cuts and we are shown the AI variant of that young child that was made by her grandmother. He is told that her subscription is now ending. He will now be deleted in this AI world, because now her grandmother is no longer alive for whom he was made. On the other hand, Jiangin's boyfriend also finds out that Jiangin has left her interest in him and started talking to his AI variant. On the other hand, we are shown Baili again. Baili's daughter calls her from the airport and tries to talk to her. Before she could talk, her grandmother took her phone, and in anger, she ran away from her grandmother and got lost at the airport. Baili had already known this. She wanted to find her daughter at any cost, so now she took her car around the world of Wonderland. So we found out that Baili is such a character of Wonderland who does not know his reality. She thinks she is a real human being, that's why she wants to come to the airport to find her daughter. This is the reason that now she has become such an AI, on which humans have no control, means Heidi in Wonderland. Now unwillingly, Baili was hacking many people's AI variant. She wanted to go to the real world and find her daughter, but it was not possible. In her world, many mountains were being destroyed in front of her, fire was burning and more difficulties were coming in her way, which meant that the Wonderland system was being hacked. It is shown that Baili broke the firewall in front of her and went inside. That means she went inside the operating system of Wonderland, and at this point, Baili knows that it is just an AI program, whereas in the real world, we see that Heidi and her colleague were trying to reset the whole system, because if that system was not reset, then Baili would have caused a lot of damage to the system. Resetting the system, Heidi suddenly sees Baili on the screen. Heidi feels like Baili is trying to tell her something, so for a while, she gives the whole system to Baili. As she gets access to the system, Baili reaches the same airport in the virtual world where her daughter was lost. By hacking the phones of all the people present at the airport, she successfully finds her daughter through Jiangin's boyfriend. After finding her daughter, Baili stopped meddling with the system, and because she knew that she was an AI variant, so now she wanted to tell her daughter the whole truth. She tells her daughter that she is just an AI system, not a real person, and she can never come to her daughter's house. Her daughter was very smart. She understood what she was saying and she said, "If you can't come here, then at least I can connect with you in this virtual world. At least the way you are talking to me now, you can always talk to me like this, right?" For this, along with this artificial Baili, the grandmother of the child also agrees. She had also tried to shut down Baili's system before. After this scene, we are shown that Heidi was successful in resetting the entire Wonderland system. Because of this, Baili was also reset, and in this virtual world, her life started from there. It started from the same airport where we saw her at the start of the movie. Baili didn't remember anything old. This time she met the same passenger at the airport. Here we found out that this passenger remembers all the old things. He did not reset and he is still out of Heidi's control system. On the other hand, now we are shown Jiangin and her boyfriend, where her boyfriend was very sad. Suddenly, Jiangin came up from behind and hugged him. Now she understood that Jiangin was a real person, not an AI that would always conform to her wishes. She would need to accept her boyfriend for who he is and start a new chapter in her life. The astronaut also came to terms with his mistakes. He begins his new life on a positive note, and in the end, Jiangin deletes his AI counterpart.